ताटल सायकते भारी बिंदु समा सुतमित रमणी समाये तोहे विसरि मना ताहे samarpala abumaju habu kon kaje. What is the meaning? Says, O Lord, completely forgetting you, I have offered my mind unto the society of women, children, and friends. But this experience has been just like offering a drop of water onto the burning hot sands of the beach. How can I possibly be relieved of this great misery? Madhava hamaparinama nirasha. O Madhava, as a consequence, I am rendered total despondent. You are the savior of the universe and you are merciful to the helpless souls. Therefore, I place my hope only in you. Wandering about in a half-alive condition, I spent my life in utter disgrace. Uncountable days passed as a frivolous child and a useless old man. I have been intoxicated by the pleasure of sharing romantic adventures with beautiful young women. When will I ever get a chance to worship you? Numberless Brahmas have died one after another, whereas you are without beginning or end. All of them take birth from you and are again absorbed in you, just like the waves in the ocean. Vidyapati confesses that now, at the end of his life, he is fearful of death. O Lord, there is no shelter other than you. You will always remain celebrated as being the Lord of both beginning and the beginningless. Now the responsibility for my deliverance from the material world is entirely yours. Tatala shaikate bhari bindu sama sutamita ramani samaye. Tatala shaikate bhari bindu sama sutamita ramani samaye. तोहे विसारी माना ताहे समर्पला अब माजो हबो कौन काजे. तोहे विसारी माना ताहे समर्पला अब माजो हबो कौन काजे. माधवा हम परिणाम निराशा. Madhava hamaparinama nirasha. Madhava hamaparinama nirasha. Tu jagatharana dina dayamay ataye tuhare visayasa. Tu jagatarana dina dayamay ataye tuhare visayasham. Madhava hamaparinama nirasha. Ada janama hama ninde goyayalun jarasishu koto dina gela. Ada janama ninde goyayalun jarasishu koto dina gela. Niduvane ramani rasarangi matala tohe bhajabo kondela. Rasarangi matala tohe bhajabo kondela. Madhava hamaparinama nirasha. Madhava hamaparinama. Kotu chaturana mari mari javota natu yadi avasana. मारी मारी जाओ ताना तो याद अवसाना तो हे जाना में पुना तो हे समाओ था सागर लहरी समाना पुना तो हे समाओ था सागर लहरी समाना भाना ये विद्यापति शेष समान भय तुया बिना गति नहीं हारा विद्यापति शेष समान भय तुया बिना गति नहीं आरम आदि अनादि खानात कहायसी भवतारण बार तुहारा आदि अनादि नाता कहायसी भवतारण बार तुहारा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gura Hari Bol. श्री नाम संकीर्तन की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की तैगोर प्रेमानंदे। हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपाकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये। Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, second canto, the cosmic manifestation. First canto is named as creation. Second canto is the cosmic manifestation. Where in 6th chapter, Purusha Sukta confirmed in 37th verse. Please repeat. Na aham na yuyam yal ritam gatim viduhu na vamadevaha kim uta apare suraha tat mayaya mohita buddhayaha tu idam vinirmitam cha atmasamam vichakshmahe naham nayuyam yadritam gatim vidur navamadeva kimuta pare sura tanmayaya mohita buddhayastvidam vinirmitam chatmasamam vichakshmahe naham nayuyam yadritam gatim vidur navamadeva kimuta pare sura tanmayaya mohita buddhayastvidam vinirmitam chatmasamam vichakshmahe naham nayuyam yadritam gatim vidur navamadeva kimuta pare suraha tanmayaya mohita buddhayastvidam vinirmitam chatmasamam vichakshmahe naham nayuyam yadritam gatim vidur navamadeva kimuta pare suraha tanmayaya mohita buddhayastvidam vinirmitam chatmasamam vichakshmahe. Please recite. Naham na yuyam yadritam gatim vidur Navamadiva kimuta paresura Tanmaya moita buddhaya svidam Namadeva kimuta paresura Navamadeva kimuta paresura Tanmayayamo tabuddhayastvidam Vinirmitam chatmasamam vichakshmahe Naham nayam yadritam gatim vidur Navamadeva kimuta paresura Tanmayayamo buddhayastvidam Vinirmitam chatmasamam vichasmahe Naham nayuyam yadritam gatim Navamadeva kimuta paresura Tanmayayamo buddhayastvidam Vinirmitam chatmasamam vichakshmahe Naham nayuyam yadritam gatim vidur Navamadeva kimuta paresura Tanmayayamo buddhayastvidam Vinirmitam chatmasamam Matajis. Bhagavatam kimuta paresra Tanmaya buddhayastvidam Nirmitam chatmasamam vichakshmahe Na, neither. Aham, I. Na, nor. Yuyam, all you sons. Yad, whose. Rutam, factual. Gatim, moments. Vidhu, do know. Na, nor. Vamadeva, Lord Shiva, Kim, what, Utha, else, Apare, others, Suraha, demigods, Tat, by his, Mayaya, by the illusory energy, Mohita, bewildered, Buddhayaha, with such intelligence, Tu, but, Idam, this, Vinirmitam, what is created, Cha, also, Atmasamam, by dint of one's personal ability, Vichakshmahe, observe. Translation, purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. Since neither Lord Shiva nor you nor I could ascertain the limits of spiritual happiness, how can other demigods know it? And because all of us are bewildered by the illusory external energy of the Supreme Lord, we can see only this manifested cosmos according to our own individual ability. Purport. We have many times mentioned the names of well-selected authorities, Dvadasha Mahajan, of which Brahma, Narada and Lord Shiva head the list as the first, second and third in order of merit of those who know something of the Supreme Lord. Other demigods, semi-demigods, Gandharvas, Charanas, Vidyadharas, human beings or asuras cannot possibly know fully about the potencies of the Absolute Lord, Sri Krishna. The demigods, semi-gods, Gandharvas, etc. are all highly intelligent persons in the upper planets. The human beings are inhabitants of the intermediate planets, and the asuras are inhabitants of the lower planets. All of them have their respective conceptions and estimations of the absolute truth, as does the scientist or the empiric philosopher in the human society. All such living entities are creatures of the material nature, and consequently they are bewildered by the wonderful display of the three modes of material nature. Such bewilderment is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Tribir guna mayir bhavir yebi sarvam idam jagat. Every living entity, beginning from Brahma down to the ant, is individually bewildered by the three modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion and ignorance. Everyone thinks in terms of individual capacity that this universe which is manifested before us is all in all. And so the scientist in the human society of the 20th century calculates the beginning and end of the universe in his own way. But what can the scientist know? Even Brahma himself was once bewildered, thinking himself the only one Brahma favored by the Lord. But later on, by the grace of the Lord, he came to know that there are innumerable more powerful Brahmas as well, in far bigger universes beyond this universe, and all of these universes combined together form Ekapad Vibhuti, or 1/4 of the manifestation of the Lord's creative energy. The other 3/4 of his energy are displayed in the spiritual world. And so, what can the teeny scientist with a teeny brain know of the absolute personality of Godhead? Lord Krishna, the Lord says, therefore, Mohitam na bijanati mamebhya paramavyayam. Bewildered by such modes of material nature, they cannot understand that beyond this manifestation is the Supreme Person who is the absolute controller of everything. Brahma, Narada and Shiva know about the Supreme Lord to a considerable extent, and therefore one should follow the instructions of these great personalities instead of being satisfied with a teeny brain and its playful discoveries such as spacecraft and similar products of science. As the mother is the only authority to identify the father of a child, so the mother Vedas, presented by the recognized authorities such as Brahma, Narada or Shiva, is the only authority to inform us about the absolute truth. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnava Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Vashvanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vignana Daine Prabhave Namah Madhuryojvala Premadhyam Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtai Dinatharini Rupanuga Viruddhapa Siddhanta Tvantaharini Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtai Vipralamba Rasambodhi Padambujayate Nama Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Bhumistam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Sri Jagannadayate Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Danyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratvishe Namah Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhaktashaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Jaitam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Matir Gati Masarvasva Padam Bojo Radha Madanamo Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadmada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Shila Govinda Devo Preshtalibi Sevyamano Smarame Shriman Rasa Rasarambe Tatastitha Karshan Venur Svaner Gopir Gopinada Srisana Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Nama Hare Nama Iva Kevalam Kalo Nastiva Nastiva Nastieva Gatiranyata. Seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas. Please bless me so that I can speak, I can glorify Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam for the pleasure of Vaishnavas, for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, for the pleasure of Shri Radha Madhav, Gaunitai, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Maharani. So we are reading from second canto. We see previous verses. So Brahma is saying these words. He's saying to Narada, although I am known as the great Brahma, perfect in the disciplic succession of Vedic wisdom, and although I have undergone all austerities and I am an expert in mystic powers and self-realization. And although I am recognized as such by the great forefathers of the living entities who offer me respectful obeisances, still I cannot understand Him, the Lord, the very source of my birth. Hear attentively, huh? So, Brahma is telling, can any scientist create such nice flowers in their laboratories? Prabhupada is telling in life comes from life book. How many of you have read Life Comes from Life? All morning walks. I also read once. Today I read three morning walks. So in one place Prabhupada says, he's showing the flower and saying, can any scientist create such a nice flower in their laboratories? And he also says, can any scientist create a blade of grass? No. Brahma is telling, I have undergone all austerities and is expert in mystic powers and self-realization. But he is telling about Krishna, still I cannot understand Krishna, who is the source of my birth. In second verse, we see 37th verse, 36. So what he is thinking? So he is telling Narada, it's best for me to surrender unto the feet of the Lord. I cannot understand Krishna, so what is the best way? Just surrender unto Krishna, which alone can deliver one from the miseries of repeated birth and death. So what is that surrender process? We see Kunti Maharani prayers in the first canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. She says, Shunvanti gayanti grinanta bhikshnasha smaranti nandanti tavehitam jana taiva pashyanta chirena tavakam bhava pravaho paramam padambujam. Which verse is this? This one? Yeah. See, oh Krishna, those who continuously hear, what we should do? We should continuously chant and repeat your transcendental activities. Kunti Maharani is telling Krishna, or she's telling, or take pleasure in others doing so. Certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death. See how intelligent she must be. The 9 process of devotional service is what? Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaranam. In glorifying Krishna, first what is telling? Shunvanti. What she is saying? Shunvanti. She is not something speculating. She is nicely giving speaking the verses based on the scriptures, you see. Shunvanti gayanti grunanti abhishana. She is telling, Janma karma cha vishvatman ajasya karturatmana tiryanri shishu yadasu tad atyanta vidambanam. She's telling, of course it's bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work though you are inactive, and that you take birth though you are vital force and born. You yourself descend amongst animals, men, sages and aquatics. Verily this is bewildering. Whatever Krishna does pastime, like, what is that pastime? Satyavata Muni, he goes to take bath, then he keeps like this in the water, and some fish enters in his hands. And fish starts speaking, right? And he says, no, I'm feeling very small, you keep me in little bigger, then keeps in bucket, then it becomes a bigger size than bucket. Like that, becomes bigger, 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 and so big. And at the end, he says, "You carry all these grains and you take me." Huh? Something like that. Is wonderful pastimes of Matsya Avatar. How many of you know this? So it's very nice part. So whatever pastimes what Krishna does, it descends among where aquatics also. What she is telling here. How Lord comes as Varaha and he leaves the earth which is completely misplaced from the original position. Hiranyaksha, he throws the earth in the down where it is. So it throws down there somewhere and completely disappears. The planet itself disappears. Then Lord takes the form of Varaha and comes and it leaves that planet and again keeps it its original place. It's all bewildering pastimes. So like there's so many nice verses here she's speaking. Let's see here, she's speaking about liberation. Bhavesmin klishamana nama vidya kama karmavi Shavana smaranarhani karishanniti kichana. Others say that you have appeared for the sake of rejuvenating the devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping and so on, in order that the conditioned souls suffering from material pangs might take advantage and gain liberation. So, what is the remedy for conditioned soul suffering in the material pangs? Yeah, they should hear about the Lord. How? Continuously they should hear. I see she's saying, Ime jana pada swaruddha supakshaushati viruddha vanadrina diudan vanto edante tava vikshithai. She's telling, you see, the cities, villages are flourishing in all respects because the herbs and grains are in abundance. The trees are full of fruits, the rivers are flowing, the hills are full of minerals, the oceans full of wealth. It's not just they are flowing, and all this is happening just because by chance, but this is happening due to glancing of Krishna over all of them. Yesterday, we went to Chilkuru Balaji. So, one person, he wanted to visit ISKCON center in Raipur. He went before the main temple has opened, but once the temple construction is done, he went, but the temple was closed. So he met us while doing parikrama. It is written, if you have any desire, you do one parikrama. Once it is fulfilled, then you come and do 11 parikramas. How many of you read that there? Yeah. So, any desire. So I was just thinking, what desires we have except the desire for to serve the Lord. So just immediately Rupa Goswami's instruction came in my mind that one should circumambulate the temple how many times? At least 3 times, he says. At least 3 times we should circumambulate. So I thought, okay, let me follow instructions of Rupa Goswami. So while circumambulating, when the third is over, then he was waiting to do parikrama. So he asked me, I want to visit temple. I came first time to Hyderabad. Please take me there. Can you please follow up? So I told, and devotees, okay, you all go in vehicle, I'll come with them. So I sat along with them in the auto. So that person was telling, while coming, scientists are very great. Recently one scientist got a Nobel Prize for his theory is that whatever the trees and all these things are, they pura nakli hai. What you see around is nakli. What he is telling? He got the Nobel Prize for telling that all these things which you see around is nakli. Then I told, see, now we are going in auto, do you see the trees there or not? I asked him. Yes, we are seeing. Then how can you say that it is nakli? You can see, na? How can you say it's not there? It's growing, right? Is it not growing? So that is Mayavadi philosophy. As per Mayavadi philosophy, now class is going on. In their understanding, it's not going on. In their understanding, it is not going on. So that is my it's very dangerous philosophy. So I told him, it's all just, our Guruji says, Nobel Prizes for fools, I told. A foolish person is animal-like people. Prabhupada strongly mentions in life, animal-like people, they sit on the committee bench and they give Nobel Prizes for the fools who just propose the theories. Like, the theories, their life comes from chemicals, matter. Prabhupada strongly, Prabhupada shows to a tree shows that, he shows you a dead tree and he says that, why don't you make this tree again green? Like you garden, right? He says, like a gardener waters where? In the garden where the trees are already growing to make it green. Prabhupada says, why don't you water a dead tree and make it green? Why don't you water a dead tree and make it green? So what is that chemical which is missing? So inject that chemical and make it green, he says. So like that. So Prabhupada is it's very great that he is giving such a clear information about all these things. Whenever you get the time, you can read the Kunti Maharani prayers. So in this verse, the greatness of Krishna is mentioned in these 3 verses. What is the greatness? Aham hadirhi devanam. Even devatas are coming from Aham hadirhi devanam. I am the source of all the demigods, Krishna says. All the devatas, they come from me. Aham hadirhi devanam. What is the spiritual happiness? Spiritual happiness is anandam buddhivardhanam, right? So they cannot ascertain the limits of spiritual happiness. How can other demigods know it? Brahma is telling all of us are bewildered by the illusory and external energy of the Supreme Lord. So one time Lord Shiva is sitting with his wife Parvati, Bhavani, and all his associates, his devotees, and nearby forest there is a beautiful lady with enchanting form. There's so nice fragrance is coming out of that forest, and she's playing with the ball. And while she was playing, her body is moving in so attractive way. She's looking more beautiful, and she's looking at Lord Shiva sometimes, and Lord Shiva is thinking, I think she likes me. I think she likes me. He thinks like that. I think she's attracted to me, Mohini Murti, right? So then after he keeps on looking at her and she's playing with the ball. So at one point the ball moves away from her. While then Lord Shiva starts running behind her, forgets wife, forgets friends, forgets his devotees, followers, and he runs. And at one point, Mohini Murti, sari strips, and the belt also strips, and he becomes more agitated, and he goes and embraces her, and immediately semen discharges. And that semen forms as gold mines. Semen forms as gold mines. You can understand. Gold mines mean proper gold particle and gold mines. Qualitatively one, but quantitatively completely there is far end only, cannot equal. The gold mines is nothing but the semen of Lord Shiva. Then again he follows, again he is running behind her, and the Mohini Murti is running through the lakes, hills, and the Shiva's followers, hermitages, those are strictly following brahmacharya. He was running, she is also running. So at one point, Lord Krishna shows his Vishnu robe. Then he says, he feels very proud. He doesn't feel shame. You know why? If someone does something wrong, they feel shame, right? Shiva doesn't feel shame for discharging his semen. He feels, my Lord, you are so great. I am not bewildered even by Maya, but you bewildered me. And the devatas are bewildered by and Vishnu. Vishnu can bewilder even devatas. So like that he says. Now we see here Prabhupada says, Brahma one time wanted to see Krishna, so he goes to see Krishna in Dwaraka. Goes to see Krishna in Dwaraka. Yeah, Vaikuntha, it is Vaikuntha only. So the gatekeeper asks, who are you? Then Brahma says, I am Brahma. I am four-headed Brahma, he says. Okay, he says, I am Brahma. Tell Krishna that Brahma wants to see. Then security goes and asks Krishna that there is a personality, Brahma who wants to see you. Then Krishna says, which Brahma? Then gatekeeper comes and asks, which Brahma are you? He was shocked. Which Brahma? What kind of question is this? He is thinking I am the only Brahma who is the creator of this universe. Because he did a lot of meditation, right? To create a universe, because when he took birth, he is seeing nobody actually. He's seeing himself, nothing, nobody else. He's just seeing empty space everywhere and was just alone. That does not mean others are not existing. There are innumerable jivas, innumerable planets. He's thinking I am the only Brahma. But when in due course, when he went inside and he asked Krishna, when I was at the gate, I was asked this question. So, are there more Brahmas? Then Krishna calls all the Brahmas. Then he shows some has 8 heads, some have 16 heads, some have 32, some have 128, some have 10,000 heads, some have millions of heads, billions of heads of Brahmas. And he was the smallest Brahma, he is the one who is the creator of this particular universe where we are living. The smallest Brahma of all the Brahmas, they all were shining. They were all looking so beautiful, all other Brahmas. And they all were bowing down their heads and chanting, Govindamadipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship the primable Lord, the source of everything, the cause of all causes. They were all expressing how the affairs are going in their own places, something like that. So, of course, we cannot, Prabhupada says, in Kali Yuga, this connection from going to this planet to other planets is blocked. There's no connection. So, but we can understand through the scriptures that, of course, we cannot imagine also somebody has, it's all beyond our teeny brain, as Prabhupada says. What can we understand? Prabhupada says, if somebody is coming from some other planet, is dropped in the desert. So he cannot conclude that, okay, the world is only desert. Nothing can exist beyond desert. That no water can exist or no living entities exist. Understood what I said? If someone came from other planet and he dropped in where? Desert. What can he see around? In the middle of the desert? He can only see sand, nothing else. He cannot conclude that there is no water, cannot exist, but we see things exist. They all speculate. Everybody speculates. Those who are conditioned, so what they do? Speculate. I also speculate. If someone doesn't come for morning program, my mind starts thinking all, speculating, maybe this, maybe that. So speculations will not lead us to Krishna. What is the easiest way we can come out of this is we should always chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. One should constantly have the hands in the bead bags, not just hanging in the here and what. We should always chant. If you have bead bag in your gale, we should always chant. That's the best way to come out of any kinds of speculations, because our heart is so dirty. But what is the solution for that? Chant, 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 chant anyway. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant the holy name. Mind is troubling, chant. Maya is troubling, chant. Morning program is troubling, chant. Body is troubling, still chant. Chant, chant, chant anyway. When Jiva forgets Krishna, when Jiva wants to enjoy independent of the Lord, when he comes to this world, material world, then material nature embraces that Jiva. The divine qualities which Jiva has in the spiritual world, they are replaced with material qualities. They're covered with material qualities. That's how they are bewildered by the wonderful display of them. You see, we are staying in cities, although all around the temple, all the buildings, they look so beautiful. But say anybody is intelligent, you will see, after 50 years, how they look like. They look completely, now they look nice painting and everything. But after 50 years, they all look very old and so nasty. It's all. But we get attracted when we see such high skyscraper buildings. Wow. In childhood, we never saw first floor. Somebody can live in first floor, second floor. We only see ground floor, right? But when we see such a huge building and going up and lift and it's taking up, it's all captivating. The people are bewildered by seeing one another. They want to make such a big skyscrapers. Krishna says in Gita, deluded by 3 modes of material nature, whole world does not know me, who I am, unborn, inexhaustible, beyond, as Kunti Maharani says, Ishwaram Prakrute Param. Krishna is beyond the cause of material. Ishwaram Prakrute Param, Ishwara Prakrute Para. So nicely, devotees only, they know all these things, how Krishna is beyond this material world. Because they are constantly in touch with the Lord. But the conditioned soul, they cannot understand all these things, how Krishna is beyond. Everyone thinks in terms of this universe which is manifest. It's all, something. In college days, we have one biology teacher. Of course, I'm not so intelligent at that time, I'm fully ignorant, but some things I'm remembering. There's, what is that? Ion atmosphere, some atmosphere layers are there. Some spheres, they gave some names. So, and what is beyond that is all empty, they say, how foolishness it is. But in Bhagavatam say there are innumerable planets floating in the, just like cotton swab, or, it's like mustard seeds, how many, in a bag of mustard seeds, how many mustard seeds are there? So many mustard seeds. So this one universe is like one small mustard seed, scripture says. What can we understand? That small mustard seed and we all are living. We are thinking, I'm so great. Everybody thinks I'm so great. And nobody thinks I'm so full, right? Everybody thinks I'm so great. I'm so, I'm very engineer. Prabhupada says, Dante Trinaya Nidakam. He says that one verse, he says, although one may be fool, but for our prachar, what we should do, we should glorify them. Oh, sir, you are so great. You are so intelligent. You are so intelligent. You are wealthy. You are beautiful. Then when I started glorifying like this, and people from inside, they were not opening the windows. They were looking straight like this only. From side, I am glorifying. Sir, you are very great, sir. You are wealthy man. You are beautiful man. You are intelligent man. Then one person, they opened the window and I gave 2 books and immediately gave some money to me. So, of course, everybody is a fool, but nobody thinks he's a fool. At least we should have some knowledge. Yes, I'm so insignificant compared to what we see around. I'm a very small person. हम छोटे व्यक्ति हैं, हम नहीं सोचना चाहिए, but बहुत बड़े व्यक्ति हैं. Everybody is puffed up there because of their position. Everybody. One boy was begging at the signal. I asked him, why you are begging? Why you want money? You don't need money because you have parents. It's a small kid. Now he is telling, हिंदी में बोल रहा था, मुझे महल बनाना है. क्या बनाना है? महल बनाना है. हाँ, भिखारी है, ये क्या सोच रहे देखो ना, महल बनाना है फ्यूचर में. सो केवल छोटा बच्चे या बड़े बड़े लोग ना, ये पक्षी भी सोचते हैं. जब फीमेल पक्षी मतलब प्रेग्नेंट हो जाता है, क्या करते हैं उसके लिए? वो उसके लिए पूरा इधर उधर जाते हैं और पेड़ लेके आते हैं और उसके लिए गूढ़ बना, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, नेस्ट बनाते हैं. बाप रे, कितना डिजायर है वाइफ को देखने के लिए. So much bewildered in this world is how everybody is so, the small jivas, they are so much anxious to take care of their offspring. And I see some birds, they go here and there and they collect the grains and they bring and they keep in the mouth, although they cannot do with their hands. What the small birds they do, they bring the grains in their neck, beak, and they keep those grains in the beak of their small beaks and they eat with beaks like this. It's a beak to beak. So we're learning all these things. Can't solve. केशवत्वा जगता विचित्र. ये जगत क्या है? विचित्र है, विचित्र का जगत है, लेकिन हम इससे बाहर निकलना है. So what is only one solution? हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So very nice verses. We cannot understand Krishna is so great, but by serving Vaishnavas, at least something we can understand, that Krishna is controlled by his devotees. Okay, thank you very much. If anybody has any comments or questions, I can ask. We have 4 minutes to go. As mentioned here, time is 9:05. Any questions, comments? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we sang the bhajan written by Vidyapati. Can you share something about Vidyapati?
I don't know. I was also thinking of so many times. Anantashin Prabhu. Maybe you can ask the pages like Mother Kanaka.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Chandra Pranam.
Jai Prabhu.
Prabhuji, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said that those who knows me fully, then there is no need for them to come back, or when they know me fully well, for them there is no, they will directly come back to my abode, like that. But how to know fully about Krishna in this context? We cannot know fully about him.
We can understand from the Gita, Krishna is the source of everything. Krishna is the source of everything. So for that, you should approach a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master. You are initiated devotee, right? So, as Gita says, Tadvidi pranipatena praniprashnena sevaya. When you start serving him, as Srila Narottam Das Thakur says, Divya Gnan Hriday Prakashita. That spiritual knowledge is revealed in your heart. Understand? It's not something acquired knowledge, it is revealed knowledge. Whatever you have to know, Krishna will reveal that much to you, which is sufficient for you to go back to Godhead. Okay? And you can ask some other Vaishnavas. There's no end for answer for this question.
When even Brahma himself says that I could not understand.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for us to.
So better not to think too much about this. Better chant Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
This is easiest way in Kali Yuga. You just chant Hare Krishna. We cannot meditate for like Vishwamitra Muni is doing, or many other people are. In my colleges, I was staying in a dormitory. My friend was telling, we should meditate out light. Since for some days I got up and I started doing also. And I was completely frustrated. I'm not feeling any result actually. So, It's easy. Now we understand how Krishna, just at least let us push ourselves to chant the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grandhara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.